Hello everyone, my name is Katie and welcome to my channel. Today I was supposed to have a guest, as y'all know. He's not here, so I don't know what's happened to him. This is becoming a trend and I'm wondering if I should stop having guests on my lives. I don't know. I'm a little frustrated. Sorry. Okay, let me get myself straightened up here for a minute. Okay. So what I'm going to do today is I think I have a little fat quarter bundle to share with you that came from Cotton Cuts. I'm not sure if this is fabric I actually ordered and paid for, or if it was one of my, because sometimes I win things from them, and it could be that too. But there's beautiful fabric in here, and I'm going to share that with you. And then I will work on bomb pop. As you know, I finished my raspberry kisses yesterday on the live, and I also got the border on it. I hope I don't make anybody sick showing you. So there it is. I just pinned it over the top of my Stronger Together, but I put a 1-inch border around it. So that's where I am with that. So isn't it cute? So, yeah. All right, let me get this camera turned back around and put up here so I don't knock it off the table. Okay. All right, that should be okay. I know you can see the camera in front of the other camera, but I hope it doesn't, I hope it's not distracting because it's sitting there in front of my other camera. Okay, let me read what's in the channel. I hope he's okay too, Glenda. Katie, I'm here for you first and foremost. Thank you, Robin. And Lori says it's not me. Lori says it's stunning. Robin loves it. Glenda says it's beautiful. Hey, Linda, how are you? Good afternoon. Smile as I sweat my way through the rest of the day. Love the colors. Thank you. So what's y'all's temperatures right now where you're at? This is a weird angle seeing my body in this camera. Oh, let's do it more like that. Maybe that's better. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you what came in this Cotton Cuts bundle. And I'm pretty happy with what's in it, just based on what I could see of it anyway. So I'm thinking it's probably something, a little fat quarter bundle I won for whatever reason. I don't know. It didn't come with a note saying what it was for. And it's a mixture of cotton and batik. So I don't know. I don't care. As long as it's, you know, fun to share with you guys. So here's the first one. And this one's definitely a batik. This one's cotton. Let me see if there's anything on the selvage saying what it's from. Nope, no selvage. So this is cotton. Definitely can use this in other quilt making for sure. That pretty red. Okay, this one is, it looks like a batik also. I've never seen one that looked like this, but that's interesting. It has like little horizontal lines on it. See it? Okay. Robin says Florida is friggin' hot. I've heard. Uh, Linda says we're still in the humid 90s. Hi, Vera. How are you? Possibly you couldn't get online for some reason. I don't know. I haven't gotten any email or anything telling me what's going on. So I don't. This is batik. And it also has an interesting design on it. Okay. This is cotton. Let me see if there is some selvage on here. This is by Figo, it says. Looks more like Cafe to me. But it says Figo on it. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. The next one has, it looks like it has like little raccoons or something on it. And no selvage. So this is, I don't know if you can see the animal on it or not. Hey, Lisa. This one is another one, and this one, this looks like children's fabric. No writing on the selvage, but that's what it looks like. Hold on a minute. This next one, let me see if that has a selvage for us to know where it come from. It might be. This one is Ruby Star Society called Petunia. It's one of those directional fabrics. And this next one, let's see if we have a, uh-oh, about to knock something off. This one's called Bird Song by Gingerbread. That one's pretty. And the next one, let's see if there's a selvage. Nope. But look, it's Christmas fabric. I'll use it. I'll put it in my, I have a tote with Christmas fabric in it for making Christmassy things with. So that's real pretty. So this little bundle came with, let me count the back quarters. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it was 10 back quarters. That's a pretty good little grouping of fabrics. What do y'all think? What did you think about it? Going to flake a sail. Be right back. What does that mean? Okay, so now before I start sewing, I wanted to talk to you about the fundraiser for the raffle of the quilt. I need those of you who have already right now, well, let me go look before I open my mouth, but I'll talk about it while I'm looking. When you're donating, you need to make sure that you go click on that Google form that's in the description box. You need to click on that and fill it out for the raffle, unless you're just donating and don't care to win the quilt, or and you could still do the form if you want to, and then make a comment that if your name's drawn, whatever. I need y'all's information, so should you be one of the winners, I know where to send it to. So let me know about that. Laura says prayers for all experiencing bad weather. Please take care. Yes, indeed. Hi, Nancy. I'm so happy. I'm sorry Larry's not here. I don't know where he is, unfortunately. I haven't heard from him, and I talked to him yesterday, and I thought we were getting together, so something must have come up. Okay, let me check the email one more time to make sure he hasn't answered it yet, or maybe he has. Let me look. Nope, no email answer. Okay. Okay, so anyway, here's what I need you to do. If you're donating to, or if you're buying a raffle, that's what I mean. Please make sure you do the form. The form is in the description box. And yeah, that's mainly it. Because let me see if I can look at the Google Forms or not. Because last time I looked, only one person had filled out the form, but they had donated. There's like 4 people who have donated, and I only have one form for one person. So I didn't want anyone to get left out of the raffle that donated. So I need you to do the forms. Okay, let me go find the form. So I'm sorry, I'm a little bit off because this is the 3rd live where someone hasn't come. You know, Sassy finally made it last night, and I'm very happy about that. So don't think I'm being grumpy. But yeah, only one person has filled out the Google form. And I'm going to post the form in the channel so you'll know where to go. Just in case you didn't see it in the description box when you looked. Okay, so let me put this in the chat. This is for the Google form for the raffle. Oh, this live is... What? Can you guys see me? Hello? Please send some hearts and tell me that I still look like I'm live. This thing is saying I'm not live. Wait, never mind. Ignore that. Katie, no red eyes for Nico tomorrow? Nope, he won't get home until 6 o'clock at night as long as the weather behaves itself. That's the biggest thing right now. Here's that Google form for you guys. Those of you who have donated need to fill out that form, please. Those who and I will definitely I put all the information over on the community tab with the video that has to do with the fundraiser, and also over on my Facebook Greenland Quilter group. And I think I might have posted it over on Instagram. I believe that I did. Okay, I had 2 windows open, and one of them was saying I wasn't live, and now I know why. It was from last night. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. So can you guys share the video with, amongst yourself so people can get the, I feel terrible asking for help, but we need help. So if you don't mind sharing the video, that would be great. So anyway, thank you for everything y'all are doing for my channel. And let's go ahead and start sewing before I start crying. I can't wait for Nikolai to get home tomorrow, because I think it will have a smile back on my face again. All right. The first thing I got to do is, it's been a while since I worked on my hot air balloon. Nope, this is Bomb Pop, sorry. So I think I was working on clue 3, and I just need to finish it. So I have 2 of the blocks, 2 of the clue, or there are 2 blocks that are part of the clue, and then there's another set of blocks that's going to get made that go with this clue. So this is the bigger block so far that I've already done. Okay, and I'm going to set those aside for right now, and let's see if we can't get this other section. Well, I just knocked it on the floor. Let's see if we can't get this other section organized so I can work with it and make sure I don't have any missing pieces, since they've been sitting for a while. Okay, I need my little design board. Here we go. All right. Okay. So first I'm just going to get it organized and then I'll figure out where I am on it because I haven't touched it for a little while. So I got to figure out where I am on it. There's two of these. Okay, and there's two of these. All right. Okay, now let me see what I got to do. With your internet or YouTube, Glenda, or the link itself? I hope that there's nothing wrong with the video. I haven't got any email telling me, oh, we froze your video. So hopefully it's not something like that. Okay. Let's see where I am on the next section. Okay, so I was supposed to make two of these, which I have. So I've got that part done. And this is, see, where's my bomb pop graphic? So this is the colorway, by the way, for my bomb pop. Okay. So just make sure I have everything is supposed to be there. So that's C and A, yep. So I'm gonna lay that aside up here. So I got those two done. And then I've already done these two. So we're supposed to do two of these. So it looks like I've got that part done. So I'll set that aside also. Okay. So now let's see where we are on the rest. Okay. So we've made F and C, and these are D. Yep. So I have made two of these. So these are done. So I'll set that aside also. Okay. So I need to take this one. F and E. See, D and E. B and E. And it looks like, okay, so I've made two B and E's, got that one done. And then there should be two B and F's. And F is the dark blue and B is the red. So I need to figure out. Okay. B and F. Ah, oh, I found them. There they are. Okay. Okay. So let me set this under here. All right, so I needed two B and F. No, that's not. Yeah, B and F. B and F. Two of those. All right. Okay, so that's what I'm going to sew next together. Okay, and then we'll go from there. So I just need to make sure I have everything going the way it's supposed to be. This is F, this is E, and B and B. Okay, so let's go ahead and sew these two together, and let's see if I can get a rhythm started on getting this clue done. Don't know, it's like that with anyone I watch. Never had a problem before. I noticed that there's been things going on with YouTube, like when I've had a live or when I go to look at my dashboard, sometimes that the latest video that I've uploaded or had a live with, doesn't show the thumbnail, and then if you reload the page, it reloads itself, and then the graphics there. So they must be doing something, or something's going on. I don't know. I just hope it's nothing to do with anything I'm doing. All right. I need a leader, so I'm cutting me a piece of leader because I don't know what I did with the one I had. So, how has everybody's day been today? Is everything gone well? Have you had a good day? And are you working on anything today? Let me know in the chat what you've been doing, or if you've just been relaxing. That's good. That's okay too. I know what I'm going to be doing after I get off this live, and it's going to be cleaning and doing laundry. I'm going to change the sheets on the bed so that when he gets home, he comes home to fresh sheets and blankets. He's supposed to come home around 6, so I haven't figured out what I'm going to do exactly, because I think I want to go down to the town square to see because tomorrow is National Day for Greenland. And we've already had a lot of celebrating going on this week with the graduates. We had about 30 young people graduate from high school this week. My house sitter, dog sitter, Hanifa, she is one of the graduates, so I'm so proud of her. She has really persevered on getting through school, because sometimes getting through school is hard for people, young people, for whatever reason, and there's a lot that you have to learn when you live in Greenland, because you have to learn not only the regular things most students learn, but they also have to learn 3 languages. And most of them recently have been learning all 3 languages and not skipping over one of them. So I don't know if there's been a change in the rules of, well, if you don't finish number 3 language, then you don't graduate. I don't know if that's the case, or if the young people has finally realized that having English as a language is a good thing, especially if you're wanting to go into tourism, or a job where there's, it's a service job. It's always a good idea to know more than one language. I wish I knew more than one language. I just struggle with learning what I have learned here with the language, and the older I get, the harder it gets. Hey, Maritza, how are you? All right, so I got these 2 sewn together. Now let me make sure they're okay before I do the next step, which is pressing and stuff. Let's make sure I got that corner lined up properly. This one's good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And this one's good enough too. I'm going to leave it like that. So I'm going to go ahead and look for my roller. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. And I'm going to finger press it, roll it, and then I'm going to go over and put the hot iron on it. That way it can get really flat. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Patty. No Lawayne. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know where he is. I hope he's okay. So you only have me tonight. Again. Okay. All right. Let me go over and quick press them. All right. got this one made. Now it looks like I have all the pieces I need, because I needed 2 of these that look like this. Because this is going to get sewn together with this one. Okay, so let me show you how it's going to be put together. So we need to have D on the top, which these 2 are D, and this is F and C, and then we're going to put the one with the red on the flying geese, which is the red is B, and then it's F and E. Okay, so we're going to sew those together, and then the rest of the extra pieces you saw over here that I've already sewn, we will put them all together. So let me go ahead and piece this first. Okay, Patty, thank you for the all of y'all, thank you for the support, and I'm sorry that I got a little upset at the beginning. It's just, this is 3 times in a row now. 3 lives in a row, actually. So I thought maybe I had done something wrong. I'll take responsibility. But I don't know what I'm taking responsibility for. Okay. I just can't wait for tomorrow, you guys. Tomorrow is going to be a precious day because I will get to watch the dogs greet him. And it's always a big production when he comes home because they are totally verbal, both of them. So it's going to be fun watching them greet Daddy again. All right, I'm pinning these together and I'm making sure I have the seams lined up like they're supposed to be in the on that seam. Yeah, you know what I meant. Okay. So let's go ahead and sew this one first. And then we'll put in the other one because I'm going to chain piece. Now we'll get the other one sewn together as well. This is true. You have a point there, Patty. Thank you, Denise. So what do you guys think about we might get to go off, not this weekend, we can't because he has to get in home in time for us to go with Torben and Ellie on Friday because they leave on Fridays. And I'm hoping that we'll get to go the following weekend, and I can't wait to make lots of content while we're out sailing and stuff, especially if we see the ice cap or the icebergs. I definitely will get lots of content of that to share with you guys because I know y'all will love it. Yeah, I've been thinking about going up to the airport and taking Nora. That way, one greeting will already occur, and then when we get home, I just need to know the exact time he's coming. And I haven't asked him yet. He said his sister's spending some time with her and the family. He left the ship this morning and flew to I guess he drove to Ogboard or something. So he's at that airport, and in the morning at 6 a.m. he will be taking a short domestic flight from Ogboard to Copenhagen, and then he will be hopping on Air Greenland's jet in Copenhagen, and I think he said he was flying into Nuuk. either Nuke or Qaqortoq, one of them. And as long as the weather holds, hopefully he won't have to be stuck somewhere. And he'll be home when he says he's going to be home. And if he is, then I could go up there and meet him. I do it quite a bit. Did y'all forget Texas had a dirty side of the Alberta flooding? Yep, I have seen the news. Lawayne does live in California. At least that was my understanding, because he drove from California to Raleigh, I believe. Yeah, I haven't heard nothing either, and I sent a text message and an email. Okay, this point looks okay, although I could have gotten it closer. And this one looks okay too. All right, let me go ahead and press these. Uh-oh, I need to fix that. Press the wrong direction. All right, press this one. I have that Outlander. I watched Outlander yesterday because Netflix is showing season 7 of Outlander, and now I got that song on my brain. It's been on my brain for 2 days. It's too funny when that happens, when you hear a song and then it suddenly won't leave your head. I don't know why that's not laying down. Okay, I'll run the roller over it one more time. And then we're going to join all these pieces that I now have, because I have several pieces here now. So we're going to join them all together. Okay. All right. So the next plan is all these 3 sets of 2s are now going to be all joined together. Okay. So let me get them laid out so I can figure out how the directions want me to do it. Okay. So these are done. And we're going to join. So we're basically going to join this one to this one. And then I'll show you, then this will go on it after that. So let's go ahead and sew these together. So I'm going to pin them together first and make sure I have everything the way it's supposed to be. It's A and F and D. Yep, D. And B. Yep, they look like they're supposed to. So let's go ahead and start joining them. All right. I know, right, Pat? I definitely have this one on. That's why there's a big joke between me and my husband because there's this particular song. The song is just silly, and when he brings it up, then I can't get it off my brain for like days. And I'm not even going to try to think of the name of the song because then it'll be stuck on my brain. But it's a silly song. It's like when I would play "They're Coming to Take Me Away," haha song to the kids. The kids are like, "Mom, this will never get out of our brain because you played it to us." And I just thought it was a comical song that, and they shared it with their friends, and their friends are like, "Wow, what kind of song is that?" They're coming to take me away, ha ha, hee hee, ho ho, to the funny farm. Yeah, me too, Pat. These boutiques for this particular colorway are phenomenal, and people have been posting their finished bomb pops, and I'm like, oh my god, that is gorgeous. All right, let's pin this side. No, yeah. Sing me a song. Yeah, see, it's not going away, even when I thought of the silly song. All right, I got this one pinned. I'm going to have to be really careful with this one, I think. Oh, maybe I can. I'm just trying to get this lined up properly. Okay, well, it's good enough. Okay. I'm going to take the pin out until the last minute. Okay, got it out. Got the other one out. All right, so number one's done. Now let's get the second one. Hey, Nancy. I'd like to know what fabric line this is and see if I could find this particular fabric line because I sure would like to buy some yardage of it because it is gorgeous. Patty, did you buy any boutiques on Tuesday night? I couldn't do nothing. I just didn't have the funds. So I watched for a little while and then I left. Yes, Lawayne's missing. We don't know where he is because we haven't heard from him. All right, let me check something. Let me go back and check my email again. Nope, nothing. Okay, so let's get back on to sewing and stop being distracted. All right. Okay, so I'm going to pin the center here like I always do because I need to line up these points so they don't get stuck in a seam. We'd rather not have that happen. All right. Okay. Let's put you down just a little bit. All right, so pinning one side and then I'll turn it around and pin the other side. That way we have it balanced out pretty well. At least that's the goal. All right. So what do you guys do any of your towns and cities and or where you live at celebrate summer solstice? Because now they changed it to today's date. Me either. So we both were broke. And I saw some gorgeous batiks. I'm like, darn, I'm missing out. I don't know how much a yard they were selling it for. Oops, I should have started from the other side. Let me start this from the other end. All righty. I meant to start from the other end of the block, so I'm gonna turn it around and do that. Because I need to make sure I don't accidentally run over a point. Because then I will have to rip it, and I'd rather not. All right, I'm right there where I needed to be, right in the sweet spot. I think there's going to be lots of partying over the next few days because of it being National Day, because they're celebrating their partial independence from Denmark. I think one day they're going to get to celebrate a full independence independence from Denmark. And I think a lot of Greenlanders are going to be happy when that happens. Okay, this one looks okay. Let me look at the other one before I go and press them. That one looks okay, so I'll be right back. It is pouring rain right now, you guys. Sing me a song. Okay, now then, this is what, let's see, this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I have to turn it. So it's basically going to look like this when I turn it. And then I'll be placing this on the bottom. Okay, and see. All right, so there's no seams that I have to actually match up with this. So this will be a little bit easier on sewing together. So let me go ahead and pin it, the first one on, and I'll pin both of them and then sew them together. Hey, honey. Excuse me. Well, today Yesterday was Sassy. Today was him. So I don't know. Hey, honey. Essa, isn't tomorrow our scheduled National Day here in Greenland? Supposed to be? Sassy finally showed up about 30 minutes before it was time, or maybe she stayed a whole, I don't know if she was with me a whole hour or not, but she showed up right at the end. She thought yesterday, she thought she was supposed to be on here on Thursday, and but she knew the date was for the 19th, which was yesterday, so she got the day wrong but the date mixed up with it. So that's what happened yesterday. So she was here like the last, I don't know exactly how long, and she finished her little happy face quilt top, so it's awesome looking. How's the visit going, my love? Are y'all going to bed soon? All right, got this one pinned. Now let me get the other one pinned on, and then I can sew both of them. I think this particular colorway is so pretty, and I love it a lot. Yeah, you left early, and she came in, I don't know, maybe an hour after I had started, maybe something like that, close to maybe it was like an hour and a half, because at some point I hit the 2 hour mark, and then we decided to stay another little while so she could sew and enjoy everybody. Oh, you went back to the hotel? Okay. You looked a little bit emotional when y'all went to see our nephew's gravesite. Made me tear up just watching you do what you were doing. Where was the other boy at, Nikolai? Because there was only 3 boys there in the picture. Where was number 4? Working or something? Hey, Joan. Welcome, welcome. It's hot in Springfield, Illinois. Yep, I saw that big, huge heat wave up there. Yep, you look like you were, my love. I probably would have had tears in my eyes too if I'd have been there. It's not, this whole situation is not easy for anyone. Okay, almost got everything pinned. I just need to pin this side and then we'll be in business. Oh, okay. Was it the oldest one? All right, now I can sew both together. Okay, let's get my leader in and then we'll sew both pieces. All right. Oh, okay. He was probably working or something or hiding one. I think it's funny that young men like to hide when they don't want to socialize. My son was like that, and his dad was like that too when he was that age. Now let's do this one. And then this is clue 3. It will be done. Okay, let's get the line. Okay, both have now been sewn. I'll show it to you as soon as I press them. And the iron's like, I'm going to go to sleep if you don't use me. All right, and then I'll show you the 2 sets of blocks, and then I will probably pull out the next one and go ahead and at least start on it. Let me see how long we've been into the live so far. All right, let me press these. I'll be right back. All right. Okay. Now I have both 3A and 3B done. So 3A is this one. And 3B is this one. And I'm going to go, the instructions tell you that you need to put a label on each block so you know what it goes to. And I follow that because I have learned this the hard way. When I first started doing this, I didn't bother to mark these pieces. And then when it came time to put it together, I had an aha moment because I'm like, wait, this is very confusing trying to do this without knowing where, and I started putting labels on it, and it made piecing all these clues together less confusing. That blue is definitely gorgeous. You're welcome, Lisa. Got to finish my work day. Thumbs up. Thank you, Lisa. And yeah, please do hit that thumbs up button, please. It's going to be a beautiful quilt. Yes, it is. I am excited about it. I thought I would go ahead and I'm going to try to get as many of these clues done as possible. I already have all the clues done for my village green begonia. I just need to sew all the clues together. And I figured what I would do is if I can get all the clues done for this one, then I can concentrate on putting both of them together and getting it finished. The top. I won't have the it quilted or nothing because These are big quilts. So let me go ahead and label these. I'm thinking about buying me one of those battery operated sticker machines where you can like put make little stickers where it has like numbers or whatever you want on it. So basically I'm just going to write which section they're from, and then I'm going to pin them with a straight pin. Okay, now all I got to do is pin them on here. This one. I wanted to do my clue 3 of my hope for Tree of Life, but I can't seem to locate the clue. So maybe I haven't received my clue 3 like I thought I had. So I'm going to send a email to Qaqortoq to let them know that I don't have 3 and 4, because I don't have number 4 either for my hope. Okay, got that one done. Now let's get this on the last one. And I'll take pictures of it later and put it on my blog. Okay, so here we go. This one's done. All done. All right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the next clue and go ahead and at least start on it. Yeah. And I always, when I label these, I also put this with it. That way I know that this is clue 3. And I put all of my clues and my everything that related to that colorway goes in one of these boxes. So I keep everything together. Also, something that came, I don't remember if I showed this to you guys or not, but also what came in my from Qaqortoq for my carnival is these little labels. They're really cute. So this one has Carnival Fall 2023 on it. So I'll be able to put that on the quilt. And then the back is the Qaqortoq's logo. And then the rest of these are just like this one says, this took forever. Handmade with love. Thread, sweat, and tears. And perfectly imperfect. Yep, I use alphabeties. I have 3 sets of them. And I yeah, because you know, there's lots of A's, B's, C's, and D's on these sometimes. Okay, so anyway, that was the little label for that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out clue 4, which this is what it looks like because I bought the whole kit up front. And since I have it printed out, the clue, I'm going to go swipe it from my hot air balloon. And I'm going to write on the bag what clue number it is so that I don't accidentally get confused because I took the instructions out of the bag. I'm not as far along on my hot air balloon. I kind of I don't know. Right now, I'm not feeling it. Go figure. Okay. So this is what we are going to be making in Clue 4. You know, I wish I could find things like that here. Hey, Joan. Hi, Glenda. Oh, wait. Nikolai, when do you get home? He gets home on Friday, tomorrow. Tomorrow. Hey, Jess, how are you? All right, let me get this all laid out and my alphabeties on it. And okay, let me get these alphabeties out so I can use them. And let's get the big board out. I have a big design board, so I'm going to lay it all out that way and set it right next to me at my desk. And hopefully there's nothing I have to press, but I bet there is. Sometimes you have to press. But we'll see what we got in this grouping. Okay, so I'm supposed to have, doesn't say how many total pieces. But basically what I do is I lay them out and then I label them so I know, you know. Okay. And I'll put the board up here so you can watch me do this. I think that will be, I don't know, it'll keep y'all from getting bored, I think. All right, so what I'll do, I'm gonna move this aside and put my board up here where you can see what I'm doing. Hopefully I can squeeze it in. Okay. Where's my little... Okay. I already know that the white is A. And you're not seeing what I'm doing. Let's move things around a little bit more. Here's A. Let me see here. Nope, can't see it. I tell you what, I'll lay them out and then I'll show it to you. I always like to take all the A's and put them in the same area together, even if they're different sizes. Oh, I need it to go the other way. Okay, now you can see it, sorta. Okay. And there's 3 different shapes, sizes here, so I'm gonna put them all together. And then I'm going to go ahead and label them so that there is no need the numbers. Thought I had some more A's in here. Doesn't look like it, which means I probably knocked them on the floor. Because they're really easy to knock off their stuff. They're too slick. I wish they would put some kind of backing on them so that they don't slide around like they do. So they'll stay in place. I put some little rubber things on some of them, but they still slide. It needs to have like wool or batting on the back of them where when you stick them on top of a design board, they don't go anywhere. Or on top of fabric, they don't go anywhere. Okay, so that's all of A. Now we're going to do B, which is this red. Oh, it's really not letting me work with this camera well. Okay, so there's lots of little small half square triangles on this one. I hope y'all aren't bored. Okay, B. There we go. So I got that one labeled. Now we want C, which is these small half square triangles, or half triangles, I mean. So this is C. And then we have D, and I'm just going to turn it up above and label it. Okay, now we have D coming up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over here above and the smaller below. So this is D. And then F, which is only a small amount of F. So I'll put F over here above B. Okay. And then I'll pick up all the rest of these and put them back in the bucket. All right. Now let me see if I can show you in the camera without knocking everything off. I am so tight on space. Can y'all see? Yeah, you could. Thank you, Patty. Linda says, no cooking for me tonight. I'm off to pick up Chinese food. I'll catch the replay unless you're still on when I get back. Okay. Patty says she just ate sloppy joes. Man, I need to make some sloppy joes for me and my honey because those are tasty. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put my little design board back over here on I open up my drawer of my desk and then I lay the design board on top of it and try to tuck it in there while I have knocked it off a few times. So there's that potential for that, which would, suck if I'd done that. Wait a minute. So this is D. I forgot to mark E. Mark E. Oops. All right, let's get started. Yeah, the dining table is perfect for this doing this stuff. And you have a point there. Maybe I should, right now I have totes on it because I was looking for my bomb pop. When I do another set layout like this, that's a great idea doing it over on the table where you can see what I'm doing. Hey, Kelly. Okay. So now the instructions start down here. So what we're going to be doing, I will take my small design board so you can see. We need to sew 4 of, let's see here, B. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay them out the way they're supposed to be laid out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and then I'll put the extra one back and then get the label back on it. All right, so then we need E. which is this really pretty dark blue. And I'm going to go ahead and lay them the way they need to be sewn so that I don't get confused, because we all know that I'm angle challenged. And I don't want to goof anything up if I cannot, or if I can prevent it from happening. Okay. And put the extras back and put the label back on it again. All right. So we need to make 4 of these. Then the next one is we need to make 4 D and F. So I'm going to put them up here, and then I'll turn everything around where you can see what I'm doing in just a minute. I know you can see I'm laying them out, but yeah. But I'll show it to you in the right direction of how the block should look color-wise. Okay. So we need 4 of those. Okay, and we'll put those back. And we need F. Man, this F color is the prettiest blue I have. It is amazing, the color of it. I don't think I've ever seen a batik this color before. That's why I would like to find out if there's any yardage floating around of it, because I would buy some of this solids because they're beautiful. So far I've got 3 on here. I need 1 more. Yep. Now put those back. And then the next one says we need to do F and B. So B, all right, we'll go ahead and do 4 Fs. All right, so we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there's the 4, and that'll be all that we use of this color after this. And then the color that's going to go on the top of it will be B, which is the red. So we're going to take one at a time out of here. It's funny how they stick together. Okay. And then we have this one. So there's the next set, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain sew. I do this a lot when I'm doing these PMQs. The last one that you need 4 of is C and D. So C I'm going to put down first because I'm putting it down in the direction it needs to be. And then, yeah, 4 of those. One of the things I try to make sure of when I'm pulling these out is that I don't end up sewing 2 together, because it's very easy for these to stick together. And then we want to put D up here, which is the blue again. Okay, now I'm going to turn it around so you can see. So these are all of the ones I'm going to work on. So there's 4 of each one, and then I'll sew all of them together, chain piecing. Patty says, Robert Kaufman, I just found some. They're cheaper too. Oh, cool. Kelly says she's trying to stay cool. AC has been going since 11 o'clock in the morning. Kelly says, I hope you get some next week. Maybe next week for us, or just cloudy. It's raining outside here. I hope it's not raining tomorrow. I'm thinking I might have a hard time trying to get a taxi to the airport, especially since it's National Day. And I sew a regular 1/4 inch seam on these clues. I don't do a scant, but I also don't trim them. I don't do any kind of cut. Now you might see where I trimmed off like raveling threads, or there's the thread tail from where the machine cut the thread. I cut those off, but I don't cut into the fabric itself. You want to stay consistent without, doing anything to mess up things. Patty says she's turned on the air conditioner. Prices of taxis. It's cheaper for us to use the taxi than to buy a car. And so I'm going to explain that little comment. Besides paying for the cost of the car, and there is import taxes, there is local taxes, there is an engine tax, and one other tax, and the cost is astronomically high priced. And by the time you do the math of how much all of that's going to cost you, it's just cheaper to use a taxi. We are going to buy a UTV in the in the future, but when things get better anyway, and we don't have to pay all those astronomically high priced things, because it's just a UTV. And the only thing we have to make sure about is that we lock it down so it can't get stolen. Because sometimes kids like to go on joy rides. Yes, pre-order, I don't know. I've never tried that. I always just call them. I don't know that they have a pre-order, to be honest. So it depends on what time of the day when you're using the taxi, how much it costs. The weekend since they made that big price gouge change where they're charging extra now because of the current climate of the world. If you use the taxi on the weekends, it starts out at 30 kroners before you even move. If it's through the week and it's in the morning time, it starts at 20 kroners, I think. But afternoon time, it might be 22 kroners start out. And then it's however far you go will be the remainder. So it usually costs me about 41 kroners to go from here to Big Brusen, and Big Brusen is a grocery store, or a little over 40 kroners if I go to the post office, which is just behind Brusen. If I go downstairs to like Pacific, then it's more closer to being 35 or 36 kroners. I don't know, but that's a really good question, Denise, and I should ask the taxi drivers about that. If there is a pre-order. Well, I thought maybe I got texted or something from Lawayne, but nope, there's no text. All right. So, sorry, I just wanted to check and make sure it wasn't Lawayne. Let me check the email one more time. Okay, so for every US dollar, for $1 US, uh, based on the market, and it does fluctuate. And when I see the US dollar down, I spend money because it's cheaper. But right now it's around 6.86 per. It's 6.86 kroners per $1 US. So if you spend $12, that's 12 times 7, which is what, about 72 kroners. Thank you, Denise, for your suggestion though. I will look into it and then I'll let you know when I find out. There's been we have noticed it seems like since we're post pandemic, things are not things are not they're different. They're not so easy. I think it's harder right now to accomplish anything because everything seems to have either um, it's turned into something super even slower than it normally was to being extremely slow. And the stuff that the grocery stores was carrying, there's a lot of things still missing off the shelf, and the shelves are still staying halfway empty. And the meat department seems to be suffering the worst because when I walked in there today, there was not much meat in the meat case. And this was a Friday. So it should have been, pretty stocked up for the weekend and there was nothing. So I guess the ship hasn't come, which means it's because the ice is blocking the way. I made a suggestion yesterday that you should be, I think you can, if you use Google Earth, and you should be able to, yeah, Google Earth, I think is the one where you can actually look at something in real time. And if you go look at South Greenland, you can see that right now South Greenland is wrapped in ice on the outside. And that's sea ice that's wrapped around the bottom of South Greenland. So it's in our fjords, it's blocking the way. So it may be why we haven't gotten a container ship. I was supposed to work two Sundays in a row, plus a Tuesday, and all three cruise ships canceled because they can't get in because of the ice. So they will probably mosey their way up north to up the west coast to see Nuke and probably Ilulissat or something, more than likely. When I was in the United States, I didn't think things were the same either. Some foods tasted different, like meaty okra tasting. And I'm talking something that, you pay $6 for a half a gallon of ice cream. It should taste like it's always tasted. But no, it tasted like ice milk. I don't know. There must still be a lot of problems in the supply chain. If anything, I think the pandemic has shown how quickly things can come to a screeching halt when people aren't working and stuff. I do think everybody should learn how to grow a garden. You can grow food in flower pots if you don't have the space, if you don't have like a yard to grow a garden in. You can, all you have to do is buy really big size flower pots and you can grow tomatoes, peppers, greens, because my mom used to plant her mustard greens in big, huge pots. And yeah, you can always improvise so many ways. You can't grow, well, I don't know, you might could grow corn in a pot, but I have never tried that. Hey Rob, how are you? I'm okay. I'm doing all right. Just sitting here sewing. Google Maps, then switch view to the visual part. Okay. So if you do that, you should be able to see all the ice. See how I got those all done? Now what I'm going to do to keep myself from being confused, I'm going to cut them. So I had to do 4 of each set. So I'm going to make sure I have each set together. So 1, 2, So this is the first set because I don't want to get myself confused. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is the next set. All right. Get the leader off of it. Okay, now we got that done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting each set apart, and then I'll finger press and get them all stacked, and then I'll take them over to the iron for pressing later, or yeah, pressing soon. And with my PMQs, puzzle mystery clues, I press my seams open on all of it because there is lots of points when it comes to these PMQs, and it makes sewing everything together better where I can keep the seams small. Pretty hot where you're at, Rob? I have meat. I went out today to buy a little bit of food. I'm having difficulty with keeping Coda stable with his digestive tract. So right now it's small handfuls of raw beef, ground beef. I tried introducing chicken the other day again, you know, just a small amount, and within hours he was sick again. So I don't know what the deal is, but right now it's ground beef until Nikolai gets home and we decide what to do, because he is suffering. But my little dog is going to suffer more. Where do you live at, Rob? Or where are you viewing from? So we got those 4 done. And we'll keep them together. That way when I go press them, I don't get them mixed up. Let's take the next set. Yep, let me show you this first set. So this is what the first one looks like. And where's my paper? So they have this facing this direction for this first block. So I got all those done. Just need to, Nora, stop digging in the carpet. I think she thinks if she scratches enough, she will get under the carpet. But this is a big, huge area carpet, and I don't want her tearing it up. Dachshunds love caves of any kind. I know I'll be chopped liver when you get home. They'll forget all about me. They'll be up your All right, let's get this next set done. How's the weather there right now, baby? And have you looked at tomorrow's weather as well for flying? Okay, have a nice evening, and thanks for coming, Kelly. Okay, so this is oops. So this is the second block. That's what it looks like. Now I need to get the back of the seams pressed open with the roller. Okay, cool. Because right now it's raining here, baby. Windy. Looks good for flying. Okay. I didn't know if the rain was going to stop the helicopter from flying or not. Let's do this one. Ah, you live in Tampa. You're just up the road from my friend Myra. She lives in Ridge Manor. All right, so let me get these laid out the way they're supposed to be and sitting on the design board. So we've been going about an hour and a half now. Everybody good so far? There's not much chatting going on. I really wish YouTube would let us put music on our lives so that you don't have this dead airspace. This is what, when you have a partner in crime, it keeps the dead space to a low or to a minimum for the most part. Sometimes you still have it, but not as bad as when you're doing this by yourself. Okay, Patty, I'll look at it when I'm done with the live. Unless you need me to look at it now. Glenda says she's good while listening. I don't know, Rob. None of us know. I've sent him a message and an email and hasn't been answered. And I think a couple people checked on him and they said that he hasn't answered them either. So I don't know what's happened to him because I talked to him last night and he was looking forward to tonight. So I don't know what's happened. I hope he's okay. Okay, so this is C and D. All right. Hey, Joy T, how are you? All right, so we got that one done. Now let's get this last one done. And then we can move on to the next instructions. Okay, which way is this supposed to be? B and F. The taxi driver mentioned having a long weekend and didn't occur to me until just a few minutes ago that he was talking about the fact that tomorrow, Friday, is our national day. And I forgot, on National Day, the government and everything shuts down. So no postal service or anything tomorrow. The stores will still be open though. As far as I know, they are. I don't know, Joy T. Your guess is we all are asking that question. Linda made it back in record time to watch and dine. Welcome back, sweetie. I was a little surprised that Air Greenland was flying on National Day. We're all we don't know. Okay, this is the last one. And then what I'm going to do now, after I've done all this, is I will press them all. So this is F and B. And that way I can put heat to them as well so that they lay down pretty good. So I will go over to the iron and do this real quick. I'll be right back. Come on, iron. Almost done. Okay, got them all pressed, and I just need to get them back on the design board, and then we'll go from there. I'm just trying to make sure I don't mix anything up and lose a block, or think I lost a block when I didn't. Okay, now that we got all of these done, I just need to make sure I have them all the way they're supposed to be. This is B and E, and it's just the first one, because I'm sure there's an order to sewing these together as well. I knew he was excited because we talked last night. He was excited to come too. During his life, he was cutting fabric to sew a quilt top with you. I thought he was acting a bit strange yesterday. Did anyone else notice? Maybe something's going on with a family member or something. I mean, we could speculate, but until we hear from him, we're not going to know. And I don't want to over speculate, because that's not good either. Okay, so now we need D and F, which that's this one. Put that over here. That's the second one. F and B, that's this one. And C and D, that's this one. Okay, so here's where we are on 4 blocks. Okay, now we have to sew them together. And we're going to be making 4 of this particular block, but it'll be continuing on after that on the back. Okay, so let's go ahead and set things up the way they need to be sewn. Okay, so we need D and F. This is D and F. Okay, so I'm gonna move these other around a bit. Okay, so we need D and F, so that's gonna be up here on the top. And then we need B and E. This is B and E. Okay, so those, I will be sewing these 2 together. And then we have C, which is this one, and D. So this one will be up here, and then F and B up here. Okay, so I'll be sewing these together. This set together, this set together, and then after we sew these, as they become 2 different sets, then these sets will be sewn together. So let's do that first. Okay. No, I was just curious. I have no idea. I don't know him at all, just to guess it on his part. Okay, let's begin with the first set we need to sew together. And I think this is fun that I don't have to match any seams for this part. Just need to be consistent on sewing them together. Together forever. I do too, Robin. The blue is just gorgeous. And it's really going well with this red. It's pretty darn amazing. That's why I want some of it in yardage, because it's gorgeous. Me too, Jess. It makes sewing so easy when you don't have to match a seam. You just have to keep the lines straight. I like the red too, Patty. Hey, Lorraine, how are you? Hope you're doing well and staying cool wherever you are. Okay, now we got all of those done. Let's clip them apart. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is finger press and use the roller on them. And then I'll show them to you once I got that all done. And I'm going to be pressing these seams open as well, because I want everything to lay flat. Uh-oh, I have to fix this one. This one, I thought I might have made it a little, didn't catch it properly. So let me fix that real quick. Good thing I have my leader in here. That way I can fix it easier. I'm just going to take part of the seam out and just, when I re-sew it, I will start at the end that I took loose. That way I can get that edge lined up better, because I see I accidentally like lost about 2 threads or something, and that will make a difference when you're lining up points. Okay, got that side done. Now let's get this pulled off of here. Yep. Where's my tweezers? All right. Okay, and this time I will have to pin it so that it doesn't move when I stick it back under the machine. And then I have to do it again. I don't want to keep ripping, because the less I molest this fabric, the better. All right, let's try this again. Make sure that 1/4 inch is there, because it does make the block better when you do. All right, Now let me have a peek at it again. And let's make sure I fix it. I believe that I did this time. But we want to make sure because I don't want to have to fix it later. Yep, it's okay now. All right. It's where it's supposed to be. Need to clip off this extra thread on the back. This part. So, what are y'all's plans for the 4th of July? Anyone have 4th of July plans? Are y'all going to go on a vacation? Are you going to hang out at the house? What's y'all's plan to celebrate Independence Day? Definitely have to make sure all these seams match once I sew the two together. There's going to be that's insane. Okay, now let's get this one done. Then we can start sewing them together. Is anybody in here doing the Wild West pin? Yeah, I'm only doing one this go around. I signed up for Delilah. And here's another one I have to fix. Darn it. See, we all sometimes have to get out the seam ripper and do a quick repair. And it's definitely easier to see the thread on this particular colorway since it's the color it is. Making it easier for me to see. Okay. Let's get all the little pieces of thread out and realign this side that was wrong. Okay, and then I'm going to put a pin in it to make sure it doesn't move. All right, let's have a look at it. I think it's okay now. It better be. Yep, I fixed it. Joy T says staying home, hopefully sewing. Robin says I have to stay home. My dog has to be medicated. Jess says I'm driving to upstate New York on the 3rd, so hopefully just hanging out with family and watching the fireworks. Joy says, okay, man cave, I don't know your name. His name is Rob. All right, so we have the second set going up now. Jess says, I'm participating in the Tree of Life. I'm debating the Wild West. I want to, but I'm trying to scale back on subscriptions for a while. Now that's why I only have 2 subscriptions myself. I cut out a lot of other things back in 2022. And I haven't been able to buy fabric in months now. You know, there's some, I need to buy some more white batik because I need it for a project because I don't have enough here at home. But I can't buy it because I don't have any money. This is the leanest I think I've seen the 2 of us money-wise. And it's because everything's been happening all at once, beyond our control. We can do nothing. I have to fix another one, y'all. I got in too big of a hurry. But it's all good. No problems. We just quickly take it out and fix it. Fix it, fix it. Fix it good. The only reason I'm bothering is because there's an angle and it needs to be proper, or you end up with too narrow of a seam allowance when you open it up and you get ready to sew the stuff together and you discover that seam allowance is like, oh my God, it's way too lean. And it was because I didn't go back and fix the problem to start with. Because I thought it would be all right. This is how we learn. You're welcome, Joy. Okay. Glenda says, I was going to do the Tree of Life, but they sold out of a colorway I wanted, so maybe next time. Which one did you want to do? Joy says, I am currently doing the Tree of Life and holding back the Wild West PMQ, but have 2 I would like to do. Okay. Linda says, my dog Jake is going to Pet Paradise while I take hubby to the VA hospital for surgery. I'm his designated driver, taking some hand sewing to keep me busy. We'll be there in 3 days. Sending good thoughts and prayers to your husband for his surgery. I guess I forgot to update you about Nikolai's dad. He went through his cancer surgery pretty well. And as far as I know, from what Nikolai told me yesterday, he was moved from the ICU unit to a regular bed. So hopefully he'll be on the mend, and let's hope that they got all the cancer out and it's just a matter of him getting back on his feet again. I wasn't kidding when I told you when it rains, it pours, you know, between Thomas and Blaze, Nikolai's dad, my Aunt Helen passing away 2 days ago, and Coda being sick, it's all kind of taking a toll on me a little bit. I'm a little bit stressed. That's why I'll be glad when my honey gets home, because he always makes everything better. You didn't get any white batik? No, I didn't, Joy. And I need like 3 yards of the white, because it's for the Sugary Dew Bernina quilt along, that year-long one, or it's actually technically I think 11 months long. But she's going to draw it out a year because she's going to include creating the quilt sandwich and then quilting it, so, and then binding it. So she's including all that in the whole. That's why it's actually technically a year long, because she added that to it as well. But I can't start the project without the white, so I'm like stuck. And I found some on Missouri Star that I think will work just fine. Either Missouri Star or Shabby Fabrics. One of the 2 had the color I was the type of white I was looking for. But about 3 yards, maybe 4 yards. I don't know. It's hard to guess when you're using it as a background in a quilt along when you're using batiks. Because, you know, sometimes things happen and you have to fix it. Okay, got this done. So now, let me make sure I have these pointed in the right direction so I don't mix things up. This is C and D. Wait. D and F. So I'll put them in the order they need to be in so I don't accidentally sew them wrong. And I'm going to go hit them with the iron in a minute. That way they can be flat on that middle seam. And then this one is C and D. Okay, got it in the right direction. F and B. Yep. It's looking good so far, you guys. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go press them and then I'll be right back. Wait, let me read what's in the channel first. Rob says, what colorway are you doing? I'm doing Autumn Shade, Tree of Life. Linda says, I'll send prayers too. My hubby just got done with chemo and radiation and now it's heart issues. Wow. Linda, I'll keep your hubby in my prayers too. Jess says, it is tummy issues with the puppy. I hear pumpkin helps with the digestive issues they sometimes. You know what? That is actually a great idea. And he likes pumpkin. I'll go pick up a fresh one and let's see what happens. I think I saw some up at the market, but I'll have to double check. Joy says Purple Mist. Glenda says Tombstone. I'm doing Delilah. And Rob says Joy T. That was his second choice. All right, let me go press these real quick, you guys. Okay, now I have them all pressed. Let me see what I missed. I take it they sold out of the colorway you were interested in doing, Joy T. All right. D and F. So this is white, and then this is okay. So this is what I'll be sewing together now, together in this fashion. They'll be sewed together like this. Okay, so I want to make sure I put them back the way I had them. That way I don't get myself all mixed up. And there is going to be lots of seams to match up on here. Even on the corner. Okay, got that side matched. Let's pin it before it moves. And then I'm going to go to the other end, which there is no seam on the end, thank goodness. So that means that's one less seam to deal with. and pin that side, and then I will line up the middle. Gotta make sure I have them lined up. Joy T says, now I wish I'd have bought it, haha. There's not a waiting list for it? So we will be making 4 of these. First one. Now let's get the next one done. I hear you, Joy. I have several UFOs. Definitely a lot of UFOs. Sing me a song. Okay, 2 more to go, and then I'll sew them all at once. Hi, Cherry. Or Sherry, whichever. I'm not sure which way to pronounce your name. In my quilting world. Oh, me too. That's why I'm working on getting some done. Yep, this is a UFO I'm working on right now because I was in the United States when all this was getting mailed to the house. So I got way behind on my PMQs. Big time behind. Nora is snoring under the desk, you guys. Okay, one more. Joy says I haven't been able to sew for 2 or 3 months, so I'm backed up. Ouch. I hope you'll be able to get to sewing soon, sweetie. So what are you doing with your time when you can't sew? I mean, do you have some other hobby that you can do that you can do while you're waiting? How you doing, Cherry? Rob says I wanted Mystic Cactus, but it sold out the first day, so I settled for the second choice. Yeah, I noticed there was the one I thought would sell out was the one it didn't sell out, which was interesting. And the ones that sold out, I didn't think those would sell that fast, but apparently it did. Uh-oh, what's the problem here? All right, we got one more, and then I can press these, press them, and then I'll show them to you. Okay. Now we're going to finger press with the roller and my finger, and then I'll take it over and press it at the iron. That's good, Joy T. My name is pronounced Sherry. Okay, but I'm getting used to my name you've given me. Well, I don't mean if I'd have said Sherry and then, I don't have any way of knowing if that was wrong or right until someone corrects me. My sister, my middle sister, she's like 10 months behind me, so we share the same age for like a month, a week, and several days. And I call her Cheryl. Well, according to her, these days, I don't know what's changed because I've always called her that. She's decided she doesn't like how I say her name. I'm like, really? You're gonna bust my chops, your sister, just because you think I'm not pronouncing it the way you think I should when I've been pronouncing it that way my whole life. I think what's happened is I've gathered up I think what's happened with me is maybe I picked up a bit of an accent from here in Greenland, just working with Danish, some Greenlandic, and maybe it's intermixing in the way I sound when I talk. I don't know. It's endearing. I'm glad you like it, Cherry. I mean it in the most sweet way. Share. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Share for short. That's actually a great idea. Joy T says, Cherry's cute name. Does anybody call you Yurt for a nickname? What does Yurt mean? That's cute too. I know, right, Joy? Most of us have to get, unless you have common names for your first name, a lot of us have to grow thick skin because people butcher your name. If they're not butchering it by the way they say it, they're butchering it when they spell it. Like my real given name is Catherine, but it's spelled the old English way. So here's how it's spelled. So for my whole life, the school would spell it wrong. Different people would spell it wrong. Over here, they don't have a TH in their articulation of words. So it's Catherine, not Catherine. But Does that bother me? Nope. They can call me whatever they want to as long as it's not the B word. That might get me feisty. Uh-oh, something's wrong. Or maybe I just had it turned wrong. Yeah, okay. I just had it turned wrong, I think. Okay. Yep, it was just turned wrong. Okay. So this is what this block looks like so far. Pretty neat, huh? Okay, let me see what time it is because I don't want to go 3 hours tonight. I have things to do. Huh, we've gone 2.5 hours. Okay. Um, don't forget about my fundraiser. Go over to my community tab to find that link. You'll have to scroll because I've posted more stuff on the community tab. So you have to look for it. Lawayne never came, Cherry. I'm sorry. I also have the information on my Greenland Quilter Facebook group. And I also posted it over on my Instagram, but you'll have to use K Joelsen 326 to find me. It's not, I haven't figured out. I tried to make a Greenland Quilter Instagram account and I got locked out with trying to do that one. So I don't know. Anyway, this is part of the block for clue 4. And this is what it looks like. All right. Okay. So if you guys have any questions or comments later after the video or something, just put, actually, if you would comment in the comments section below the video when you're watching a replay, or if you think of a question you want to ask, please go ask it there because I answer all comments. I don't leave anyone behind. And I appreciate you coming to watch me. I thank you for being kind with my MIA partner in crime. And I appreciate everything y'all do for me and my channel and my family. I just thank you. So don't forget to live, laugh, love, dream. And what do you want to do from that? Create something beautiful. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. And thank you for coming tonight. I'm going to go ahead and stop the live. Have a great night and see you on the next video.